What's up, everybody? We got episode 6 of Agatha this week, and there will, of course, be spoilers here in the breakdown, so you've been warned. Now let's get into the episode. This was a week of Billy Maximoff, or Billy Kaplan, and the episode opened with his bar mitzvah. We see Lilia at the celebration, and at first, I kind of thought this was like a misdirect or Billy plugging new faces into his memory, but it seems she was actually there as she tells him about his broken lifeline, that being the two souls of Maximoff and Kaplan, both Billy, and it's revealed she's the one who put the sigil on. But Billy's celebration is the same night that Westview is released from Wanda's control, so the party's over early. We see his family driving home, mesmerized by Wanda's grip being erased, and then they're in a fatal accident. Well, fatal for Billy Kaplan. That's where Billy Maximoff comes in, or at least his soul, as he takes over Kaplan's body, and his first words are a cry out to his brother, Tommy. Also, once his parents flag down some assistance, not Vision and Wanda, that Billy Kaplan's parents, it's none other than Alice who's there to help. Then after a brief recovery period, we make a 3-year time jump to right around the start of this show, Agatha. We see him with his boyfriend as he reveals everything he knows about Westview, and the boyfriend is later revealed as Eddie, but I don't buy it. They want the Young Avengers together so badly in the MCU, it's so obvious. There's no way that this isn't HULKLING, and I'll get into that more in just a second. Right now, we gotta talk about the return of Ralph motherfucking Boner. Evan Peters made his return as an iconic meme, and it's just unfair how damn good he is in this role. It's so unserious, but he just brings it every goddamn time. He's great. Billy and Eddie, they meet him in a parking garage here as he's gone full Reddit guy now, or he went back to that maybe, and we get some interesting stuff with him. He reveals that Agatha, she took over his house in Westview, as we see it in WandaVision, and then she made him play her husband. We even see her wearing a Boner Family shirt in the episode here, as he also tells us about Wanda being dead, yeah right, Vision being taken by Sword, and the two boys disappearing, and that's what gets to Billy. He gets real emotional when the names Billy and Tommy are dropped before pushing about Agatha after reading Ralph's mind. Once they leave, though, he returns home alone, and this is where we get that Eddie name drop, so let me explain. In the comics, Wiccan has a boyfriend named Teddy, but he's not any normal dude. He's a Kree Skrull hybrid, which that's another conversation considering how the MCU has handled those species in the Kree Skrull War, but there's still opportunity in there for them to MCUify it and give their own version. Teddy, he's also known as Hulkling, and I feel like that's who they're trying to hide here because of his reaction to Billy. He lays out this crazy 4chan delusion that somehow just happens to be true because he's a crazy kid, and Eddie is just like, well, shit, okay, I don't buy it. So I do think this is going to turn out to be our Hulkling. Anyway, Billy starts to find out about the Salem witch trials and Agatha, but most importantly, the Witch's Road. She's the only one to ever survive it according to this, and now Billy wants to use it to find his brother Tommy. That propels us into episode 1 again, but from Billy's perspective, this time around, which added a decent spin. We see his breaking and entering, the chase where he actually runs into Mrs. Hart of all people, so a great little cameo for her after her death a couple episodes ago, and then the interrogation once again. Catherine Hahn didn't have much screen time this week as we really did focus on Billy, but god damn, did she make the most of what she did have. She does the same once again when we move back to the present on the Witch's Road as Agatha crawls her way out from underneath after Billy's attack last week, that is. Billy also breaks his sigil here, and that's when Agatha and Catherine Hahn really turn it up. She's so damn good when playing Agatha's true evil nature, as she honestly stole this episode with minimal screen time along with Evan Peters. Regardless, the two continue down the road, leaving Lilia and Jennifer Kale behind as Billy only cares about finding Tommy. I thought that was another solid episode from the show. Not incredible or anything groundbreaking, but it did its job and handled retreading some stuff really well. Like, I didn't necessarily need Billy's perspective, but it was cool enough. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of episode 6 from Agatha all along. Evan Peters was phenomenal in his return, and Catherine Hahn did her thing she's been doing since WandaVision. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode, though, down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.